You need to fight. Every day you wake up, you need to fight. Fight to be a better version of yourself. Fight to be the one that brings in the change in the family, in your family, in your life. Every day you wake up, we fight so many different battles. Some people are fighting financial battles, some are fighting emotional battles, some are fighting mental battles, some are in hospitals, fighting for their lives. Dumelang, beautiful people, and welcome back to yet another video right here on All Things Teaching with Pina. Oh my goodness, you guys. Today's video, I don't know how to put it. I just want to vent. Yeah, I think I should just change the title to you guys listening to me vent about everything that is happening. So what's happening currently is just that I'm giving you an update. As my viewers, I'm giving you an update as to what is happening. So for those of you that have not been following my channel, that are new to the channel, my name is Pena and I am a recent graduate. I graduated on the 6th of June in Pretoria at States Theatre. Okay, I graduated with my BA degree and I've been unemployed for quite some time. I've been unemployed since March and it's now June. We're going to July. In a few days' time, we are going to the month of July. So basically, I've been unemployed since it's March, April, May, June. So I've been unemployed for 4 months, going on to the 5th month in the next coming days. And it's been rough. It's been rough because I did not see it coming. 2024 November, after I was done with my exam, I was packing because we were moving out. So I was packing and, during the whole packing process, I got time to reflect. And during my reflection and my planning, I thought that come 2025 that I would be working at a school that pays well so that I can pay off my student loans, because I have student loans. Rosebank is a private institution. So yeah, I have student loans that I need to pay off. And I thought that come 2025, I would also be doing my honors degree. I don't know in what exactly, but I knew that I wanted to change from teaching to something else, completely different, just a completely new course. Because when I was doing my second year, somewhere between semester 1 and semester 2, I don't know, there was a drift of emotion. I don't know, there was just a drift of something. And I remember I had a conversation with one of my cousins telling her that I don't want to do this anymore. I want out. I don't want to do teaching anymore, and I don't know how to tell my parents that this path that I am currently on is not for me. Simply because I chose teaching because I did not know what to do with my life. When we are done with matric and everything, it's like there's so much pressure on you from the family to say that we want you to study this particular courses. They outline them for you and they say pick, and you look at them, you look at your matric results, and it just does not match. So I chose teaching, and my second year, I just remember talking to one of my cousins over WhatsApp, telling her that I can't do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. And, she obviously encouraged me, gave me advice, and obviously I managed to go through second year, third year, fourth year, and here we are. I'm unemployed, currently speaking. And it's been rough because as an unemployed firstborn child of 3 kids in the family, everyone was expecting that I would come home and I would bring the change. I have 2 younger brothers that are both in grade 5. And my parents were expecting that I would assist them here and there with, some of the challenges that they are facing here at home, especially financial challenges. Because my agreement with my mom was that once I start working, I'm going to assist her to pay off my student loans so that at least she can have like an offload of her shoulders. And guys, when you look at your parents, right? Because I live with my parents now, you see everything, you hear the conversations. And I don't know how to say this, but I don't know, there's just like a sharp pain that you feel when you hear your parents talk about you, especially my mom when she speaks to my dad. It's tough because now we tried so many things. I have over 100 plus email applications that I have done to various schools, right? I don't even want to count the door-to-door CV drop-offs that I have done. I don't want to count the visits to area office that I have done. I don't want to count them because it's just too much. It's a lot. And my mom, she's a well-connected individual in her field. She's also an educator by profession. So she knows a lot of principals, deputy principals, HODs, and so forth. She distributed my CV to almost everyone that she knows in this space of education, in this field of education, and yet nothing. Nothing. I have a friend. Shout out to Gia Muratsolo if ever you watch this video. She has been sending me countless applications. Every application that she can find on her phone, on her screen, from whatever social media platform, she forwards it straight to me and say, girl, here's an application, apply now. And, she's been doing that for months now. And I am truly grateful to have such a friend in my corner who's thinking to say, oh, I have a friend who's unemployed. Here's an application. Let me just send it through. So that is the situation. And it's difficult because I can see that my parents are struggling. And I am another mouth to feed at home. I tried applying online to teach English online. I don't even know where that went. I'm still waiting for feedback. I still haven't received feedback from my online application. I've been busy with surveys. I've been trying so many things just to get something, to the point where even my father called me and he said, just go and drop off your CV somewhere, anywhere, ShopRite, Pep, Jet, petrol station, Spa. Just drop your CV off somewhere because we can't wait for a teaching position to open up for you. You have to do something. You can't just sit at home and do nothing. And I went store by store and I was asking if there were any vacancies, if they were taking in CVs, and they said that no, everything is done online. And the online process is so daunting. Guys, the online process for applications is so daunting. Yo, my gosh. Because being in this state that I am, I'm 25, I'm unemployed, I'm a recent graduate. And my parents are still making decisions for me. I cannot wake up and say, I feel like doing this and this and this. No, I can't. Because it's not my roof that I'm living under. So I live under my mother's roof, or I live under my father's roof. I have parents that are living in different places. So my father lives in one area, my mother lives in another area. So I just bounce around, basically, from one parent to another. I just bounce around like that. And no matter where I am, I know that I don't wake up and make decisions for myself. I can't just choose to say, no, today I'm waking up at 12 p.m. I'm just going to wake up at 12 and just have a do nothing day. I can't. I have to wake up in the morning. I have to do the chores in the house. I have to make sure that the house is in order so that when my mother comes back, she has food on the table. Everything that she needs is ready and is waiting for her. Same applies to my dad. I don't choose what I want to eat. I eat what is in the house, what is being prepared. My mom gets to decide what happens with my life because I am in no position to say anything because I'm unemployed. I do not bring in any income into the house. And it's painful because there are people that are my age and even younger that are living their lives, that are living in their houses, that are free to do as they please. And it hurts because I want that for myself. I want that independence back. And I don't have it. And I've been trying one thing after another, and it's just not working for me. To the point where I am currently feeling like I'm useless. To the point where I feel like I'm cursed. Because I've been asking myself questions, but who did I offend? Who did I offend in my community? Because I've been trying to retrace my steps as to who did I offend? Who did I insult? Who did I hurt? So that I can apologize to that person. Humble myself before that person and say, I'm sorry. But I can't think of anyone. So, I don't know. I honestly do not know. And I have a small circle of friends, and all of them are working. All of my friends are working. One is even working outside of South Africa. And I'm the only one in the group that's not working. I'm happy for all of them. Don't get me wrong. I'm not jealous. I don't envy them. I'm happy because I know their situations. I know their background. And I know that, yay, they also wanted that independence for themselves. And they got it. And we congratulate them. I congratulate them. But as for me, I feel stuck. I feel like, you're at the traffic light, ne? On a particular lane, and all the other traffic lights are saying green, yellow, red, green, yellow, red. But yours is at red. It's not even flickering. It's not even showing any signs of color change. It's just red. And I'm wondering why. I've been told countless times, don't give up, keep applying. Don't give up, keep applying. The problem is not with us as the people that go into this field and study to be teachers. It's the department. It's the system. There are no jobs for teachers. There's no budget. There were budget cuts that were made in 2024. There's no budget for teachers that are studying. There's no budget for teachers that have graduated. There's no budget for teachers that are entering this field of education because budget cuts were made. And the Department of Education just does not have the money to pay all these teachers that are there. And yet on the other side, we hear news that no, teachers, we need teachers. Hey, there's this amount of teachers needed. And I'm like, okay, if there's this X amount of teachers needed with no budget, how are you planning to pay those teachers? Because I wanted to do an NGO. I went to the DSD, Department of Social Development, a week ago, and we sat down and I told them of my plans and everything that I've been planning to do here in where we are staying. And they asked me one important question. They said, what happens if you are listed as a chairperson and you get a job at a departmental school, right? We can arrest you because as someone who is teaching in a government school, you cannot have your name listed under any businesses outside. And, when the lady said so to me, I said, but I'm just trying to make a difference outside of the classroom. Yes, I'm a teacher, right? And I start an NGO that's still related to teaching. I'm I'm helping the community here. I'm not willing to do it for free because the expenses towards starting that NGO are going to come from me. So I can't just sit and say, oh, I'm doing it for free. No, my services don't come cheap. I did not study 5 years at a private institution to sit in front of a child for free. No. There was time that went into this degree. There was a lot of hard work. There was a lot of sacrifice. There was a lot of money that went into me graduating. So there's no way you can tell me as someone working in the DSD that I should do an NGO and just do it for free because, hey, it's a community thing. And that if I get a job, then my name should not appear anywhere on the list of a chairperson, deputy chairperson, secretary, deputy secretary, treasurer, and additional member. Because there's 6 people that I needed for this NGO to start running. So my name should not even appear as one of the people listed on those 6 that are needed. No, it should not appear. So basically, I should be an aeroplane, overlooking everything from an aerial perspective. My name should not appear anyway, because if it does, they catch me. They catch my name somewhere. They can arrest me. And, when she said that, I'm like, you know what? Let me just go back to the drawing board and just see what to do next. Because the idea that I have, it's a great idea. But going forward, it might cause problems for me with law enforcement. So I'm at the drawing board. I'm thinking and I'm stuck. I don't have a mentor. I've been trying to find a mentor, someone who's been in a similar situation. But I can't find their contact details anywhere on social media. I'm like, okay, who is that person? Maybe I'm not looking hard enough. Who is that person? Is it a he or is it a she? How do I get in contact with them? Where do I find them? Is it Facebook? Is it Instagram? Is it TikTok? Or is it Twitter? Where? Is it Snapchat? Where do I find a mentor? Someone who can just take me by the hand and show me the ropes. Because I'm at a point where I don't even feel like waking up anymore. I just want to stay in bed. I just want to stay in bed and just not open my eyes. Just go to sleep and let that be the case. Because I have faced in this past 4 months, I have faced a lot of criticism from my own family. Subtle criticism. Those subtle comments that people make about you being unemployed. Yeah. There are hints that people are making about you being unemployed. They don't say it directly, but indirectly. There are subtle comments that have been made, and I've had to face them. There are days when I just lock myself in the bathroom and cry my eyes out. Just cry because I have prayed and I've prayed and I've prayed. I went on my knees and I prayed and I prayed to the point where I'm like, why? Why now? What is happening to my life? I thought I did everything right. The Bible says you must honor your mother and your father. I've been doing that. I've honored my mother and my father. I've been an obedient child for the longest of time. I don't remember getting in trouble with the law as a teenager. I don't remember my mother dragging me out of a club because I was drinking. No, I've been an obedient child for the longest of time. And yet here I am. So, guys, in conclusion, that's my life story right now. That's where I am currently speaking. And I don't know. I honestly don't know what tomorrow holds for me. I don't know. But I know that I don't like being in this situation. At all, I don't. At all, I do not like feeling this useless, feeling this hopeless, helpless individual. I don't like it because I know that if I need something, I have to ask my parents. It hurts to know that I can't even afford a single thing as a ped. I can't because I don't have any income from anywhere. Nothing is coming in from anywhere. And so it hurts because I had so many plans for myself this year. I was planning to travel outside of the country for, church related reasons. I was planning that I was going to do my honors. I was going to pay for it myself because I wanted to do it at Rosebank College. I was planning so many things, guys. So many things. I had so many plans for myself this year. And already the first 6 months of the year is almost up and I haven't achieved anything. At my age, I haven't achieved a single thing. And now we're going to the second part of the first 6 months or whatever. I don't know. But what I know is that it hurts dropping off your CV and, the other person who's at the receiver end says to you, we don't have any vacancies. They take it, they throw it somewhere. The most painful thing is that I went to this other liar school, right where we're living. The receptionist is a white lady. So I spoke to her in Afrikaans, dropped off my CV. A few days later, I went there. That lady didn't even bother to inform the principal that I dropped off my CV. She left it right there where I put it. It's a glass, okay? And then there's a table. She put it right. I went a few days later just, for an update to hear what was happening. She didn't even bother. And that day I said, I'm not going anywhere until I speak to management or someone who's in a position to tell me what is happening. A lady came, another teacher came, and she was like, we are full. There's no space for any teacher. If you are a student teacher, yes, you can come through. I'm like, I'm not a student teacher. I'm a qualified educator with a B.Ed degree in her hand. I'm not a student teacher. And they were like, there's no space for you. That hurts, guys. That hurts. Because I've been bouncing from one school to another, dropping off my CVs, and I get the same response back. There's no space for you. And I'm wondering, what now? I mean, even if I start a school by myself, where do I get the finances? Where do I get the startup capital to start a school? Getting learners is easy. I mean, people give birth every day. So there's a lot of kids that are born on a daily basis. So I know that there are parents out there that have kids. There are parents out there that want to give their children education, like go to school. So starting a school requires a lot of capital that I don't have. Where do I get that capital? When you go to the bank and you apply for a loan, they're asking you about 3 months banking statement. They want to know how are you going to pay back the money because you're unemployed. So I can't go to a bank and ask for a loan to do something. No, I can't. Because they're asking for statements that I don't have. And it's like, who can I ask? I can't ask anyone in my family. I'm not from a rich family. I don't have rich uncles sitting in their mansions, rich aunties living their lives in mansions. No, I don't. So who do I ask for startup capital? Just to start something that's going to bring in consistent amount of money every month so that I can at least be able to afford toiletries. Simple things, toiletries. I don't have a long list of toiletries. My toiletries are very simple, just small, basic things. But yeah, guys, I have this friend, shout out to Onaya Sipew if she ever comes across this video. She used to say, and she says it to this day, life is all about fighting. Oh, bophelo ke ntwa, guys. That is one thing that you can take from my venting is that bophelo ke ntwa. You need to fight. Every day you wake up, you need to fight. Fight to be a better version of yourself. Fight to be the one that brings in the change in the family, in your life. You know, every day you wake up, we fight so many different battles. Some people are fighting financial battles, some are fighting emotional battles, some are fighting mental battles, some are in hospitals, you know, fighting for their lives. Some are in a coma. We don't even know if they're coming out of it or not. So every day we fight for survival from so many things. And I have battled a lot in this past 4 months, or in this 4 months, I've battled a lot. And every day I wake up and I tell myself, okay, I'm going to do better. But there are those days when it's like, why am I even going with this thing? Where am I going with this career? Where, kya kai? You know, kya ko kai? Where am I going to? I thought that 2025 was going to be my year. I literally stepped into it with so much joy, telling myself, oh, yeah, this is my year and I am going to make the most of it. And here I am. It's tough out here. That's all I have to say. In closing, thank you guys so much for listening to me vent, because I don't really have anyone to talk to. I don't know if I'm the only one in this situation or if there are other people that are in this situation, but do leave me a comment if it's advice, if it's words of encouragement, because I need it. If it's a joke, I love jokes. If you have a joke for me, drop it in the comment section, you know. Just say something. Say something. And yeah, that's it from my side. See you guys in another video. Cheers.